Welcome to Xtra, presented by VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. You can follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Be sure to follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Check out the website too. That is xtra.vdgsports.com. This episode is not sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can go to keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, everything in between. My socials are there. So you know what to do. You know what to do. There's a YouTube as well. VDG Sports. Everything is there. Like, subscribe, share, or do what you do there. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this is almost every day. Regs, I had to switch it up and go and show you some love first. Regs, thank you. But I don't want to keep thanking you. So now I'm going to turn my attention to the noobs. Noobs, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. Even if it's for a millisecond or a tenth of a second or however long, thank you. Now, I was definitely not romanticizing, but I was definitely thinking about the thing that I miss the most about club life. And I'm not going to pretend that I was a huge clubber to begin with. And I live for the weekends to go to the club and, do what it do, make my chest pops. Definitely not sing, but for show dance. Couldn't sing in the club because the music is so loud to begin with. Every time I went to the club and left the next day, my voice was either raspy, gone, or somewhere in between. My voice was raspy, gone, or somewhere in between because the music was so loud. So having a conversation in the club, I never learned that trick. And saying that I did and not being able to pull it off and not being able to do it would just make me to be a liar. And lying or being a liar is something that I'm allergic to, and that's something that I try to stay away from. It doesn't look good on me. Lying does not look good on me, even though a lot of things do look good on me. I admit a lot of things do look good on me, and I take pride in looking good, and I take pride in standing up for what I believe, and I take pride in a lot of things, but I ain't too proud to beg. But one thing for sure, lying does not look good on me. I just don't want that energy. I just don't want the repercussions. I just don't want the things that come with lying. So I'll leave the lying to the liars. Therefore, me being able to, or me saying that I got that down, the whispering in the ear in the club, or all the other magic tricks that people use to be able to talk to people in the club, I never learned that. And I'm at the age now, I'm at the time of my life now that I just don't need that. I just don't need it now. Maybe a couple of decades ago or something, it would have been useful. I don't know, 2-3 decades ago, it would have been useful, but now it's not useful anymore. Now it'd just be a cool party trick that I could just use, and that I could just say, hey, you remember, and then go back into a time where I actually didn't do it, but say I did do it because, I'm using the magic trick that I learned now. I just don't want that energy. That's why I'm just going to keep it real, because it's the truth. Truth teller. I have to stay true to who I am. I didn't learn that, so I couldn't do that. And so, yeah, my voice was raspy or almost gone in the club because I would yell, I would talk loud, I would talk when the music was going, Sometime I did, walk to a quieter place, but it's the club, it's a quieter place. And then you say, why don't you go outside? Well, some clubs don't let you go outside and come right back in. And if there are ones that do that, my club game wasn't that big to begin with, so I wouldn't have known that. Hence why I said I was not a clubber. Full circle, not a clubber. But there's one thing that I do miss, since I'm romanticizing about my time being, involved with the club. And no, it's not being kicked out. It's not being kicked out, or I should say, escorted out. And yes, peeps, there's a historical document of me talking about the time that I was sick. And this is true. I was sick. And I'm blaming it on that I was sick because I was actually sick. And sick and drinking adult beverages while one is sick, it doesn't go over too well. It makes you a little sleepy. And no, I was not praying to the porcelain goddess. And no, I was not worshiping a goddess or a god at the time. I was just relaxing. I got a little bit too relaxed and too chill and too comfy and wanted the love seats. And I just had to get a personal escort. I had to get a personal escort to take me somewhere else where I can actually get even more, or get comforter, or get more comfort. Basically, kind of like the parallel, or not even parallel, horizontal comfort. And I'm not talking about that. This is a family program. I'm talking about sleeping in my own bed or sleeping somewhere, because I got escorted out. I got escorted out because I fell asleep on the love seat. Fell asleep on that, and I basically got escorted out. And I was there with peeps. I was there with my friends. I was there with my partners. I was there with people, and I didn't really see anybody when I was getting escorted out. And I think I came across one person, but they were wasted, and I really wasn't wasted. I was just sick and drunk. Sick and drunk equals sleepy for me. It doesn't equal I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I need to go. None of that. I was pretty much focused. I was just tired. And that's why I was telling the person who was escorting me, AKA bouncer, AKA bringer of bad news, AKA you don't want it with me, AKA I wish a mofo would. Yeah, I was like, hey, your grip is pretty tight, and it's not like that I'm forcing. And see, it wasn't like that I was trying to get away. It wasn't like that my body was limp and he needed to hold me that tight. It wasn't like that I was fighting it. I was going along. I was following. I was ready to go, not ready to go like ready to throw them things. Not that ready to go. I was ready to go like, okay, I understand. I broke a rule. I broke one of the main rules in the club, and I'm okay. Because rules are there for a reason. I broke one of the rules, so I'm just gonna keep it moving, and I'm gonna go where you take me. Oh, I have to leave? Okay. How about this? How about I tell my friend right there that I'm getting escorted out, and I will be out there, maybe possibly going home or waiting on somebody else, and we can all go home together. I don't know. I just need to communicate with that person. And see, that's where the miscommunication came with me and the bringer of bad news, because he didn't want me to communicate with anybody, even though I knew I was wrong, even though I knew everything that up to that point was my bad, and I was going to leave, and I was leaving. I was walking in the direction that he was forcing me to go, but he didn't have to, bang me up against every single thing. But hey, what can you do at that point? What can you do at that point? And that story has been told, and that's there for the historical documents. So if you want to go back and listen and find, hey, it's there. I don't know where, but it's there. But that's not what I'm romanticizing about, and that's not the thing that I miss about the club. In fact, the thing that I miss about in the club is it's not this easy. It's not the dance contest that we used to have, or the dance contest that used to bring out. And I'm just saying dance contest because when you get challenged, you can't back down from a challenge. Till you back down from a challenge, that's like backing down from a fight. And if you a fighting type, there's many reasons to back down, but one reason that isn't a good reason is that you can't fight. And that's basically me saying that you can't back down from a dance contest if you can't dance. Even if you can't dance, you still got to get out there and try. And that's that's the best way I can say that. And no, I'm not condoning fighting. And no, you should not fight, and you shouldn't handle your business by fighting. I'm not recommending any of that. I'm talking about dancing. And no, dancing contest and dancing wasn't the thing I missed the most. But dancing, ding, 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 was the definitely the thing that I miss the most with clubbing. Because going other places like restaurants and breaking out and dancing and what have you, you can do it. It's okay, but it's sort of frowned upon. There's sort of rules to that. And people will kind of like give you the stank eye or give you the death stare or say some things under their breath. And then, it gets all awkward, weird. And the energy it's a little bit off. Not that I care about feelings in that sense when I'm minding my own business and just doing what makes me feel good. It's just the energy's a little bit off. Going to lounges, it's somewhat the same. You can do it, but you can't really just go and break and do all the moves that you've been practicing in the mirror, that you've been practicing, doing, trying to get your 1-2 steps down, trying to get your spin down, trying to get your, okay, when this song on, when this part comes, and you just like hit that move there. Nah. Lounges, it's got to be more free-flowing. It's got to be more spur of the moment kind of thing. It can't be calculated. And all of the rest, it's just bars, what have you, dives. It can be done. It's just not the same kind of energy as a club. And that's the one thing that I miss the most about the club, is just being able to hear a song that I've been practicing my dance moves on and just like yeah. And see, I gotta make up a song because I don't want to get copyright infringements by doing somebody else's song, because I guess that's a thing now. Not giving credit and saying something is yours when it's not yours, because peeps do it for whatever reason. Peeps do it, and that's a side note or more story of the day, or the more you know. Pick one. I gave you 3. I gave you many. I'm just the narrator. You pick, you choose your own adventure. The dancing is what I miss the most, because it was just so much fun. And then not only the dancing, not only doing what it do, not only doing what makes me feel good, and having so much fun. And it's amazing. And amazing is my favorite word. Think of all of the calories that you burn. Dancing was like an exercise within an exercise. Sure, the AC is on. And depending on what club you at, what establishment you go into, because some are better than others. Some have the AC on so nice, so good that it doesn't matter how long you dance. It doesn't matter how much you dance. You ain't never breaking a sweat, period. Then some, it doesn't matter if you dance at all. You are sweating. And it doesn't matter if you dance or not. You make a move. You are sweating. And when people sweat, and some people sweat better than others. Some people sweat worse than others. And then come the BO, body odor. But dancing was the exercise within the exercise, and then it's the showcase within the showcase, because you can get out there, you can do so many things at one time while dancing. You could be having fun because the dance making you have fun, or dancing is a way that you have fun. And not only that, dancing is like exercising too, because you are burning so many calories. So many calories are going by, and that's like your exercise within an exercise, even though if you already exercised the day before or that morning or that afternoon. However, it is another exercise, and it is showcasing what you got. It's showcasing your skill set. It's showcasing your level of experience. And those that know, you know, dancing can show your unique skill set, if you know what I mean. Because if you can move a certain way, if you can groove a certain way, then you can just guarantee yourself that you are linking that movement, linking that skill set together, and it's a good thing. If that's how you roll, it is a good thing. So dancing, it provides a lot of information to the viewer. It provides a lot of entertainment for the viewer. It provides basically anything and everything to a viewer who is interested, just a tad interested, just a little, or interested, maybe. And that's the one thing I miss about the club. Everything else, you can keep.